Hey there, dump truckers, Dominique here. So in this next video, I pick up where I left off in Michigan at the Eaton Cummins Proving grounds, where I tried out the new Endurant XD transmission. If you haven't seen that first video, I will link it up here for you and also down in the description, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, the biggest fear that any truck driver has in being loaded on a hill like that is for what happened to happen. So like when it was in 8th gear, you know, and then it just falls on its face. Like that's your biggest fear.
We haven't talked about the secondary configuration as a feature that lets you switch over to, like, we talked about, like, all the settings you can change. You can make a second set of choices for any, like, what we call secondary mode. So we use to show off the different shift calibrations. So if you hold up on the shift stalk there for 4 seconds.
This one?
Yeah, hold it up, and you'll see a C2 appear by the 11 gear display and release. So now you're in the secondary configurations. You're running the kind of second set of settings, and for this one it's configured to have the off-highway calibration.
Oh, okay.
So the off-highway, yeah, we're going to go to the right. We can come around, so this is kind of the start of it. The woods route I was talking about is down that way, but we'll do a couple loops.
Okay.
Here. But the off-highway calibration, it's less likely to skip shift.
Okay.
You know, doubles instead of triples, you know, singles instead of doubles. So skip shifts less. It will hold off on shifts, either up shifts or down shifts, if it thinks you're in like high rolling resistance, like in soft soil. So overall, it just drives more conservative,
okay.
like you would if you were in a manual. So we'll go off to the left here, but we'll do some different kind of circuits here. First of all, we'll go around this pond here. We'll go to the right and follow around. So I think they took down a lot of there's big like water holes here. I think they drained them a few weeks ago. But really right now we're just kind of evaluating the different shift calibrations.
Yeah, I can feel it not skipping gears, and it's being more conservative about how often it shifts as well.
Yeah, so this is what we would say for like logging trucks or, yeah, see this is generally like 2 feet of water here.
Oh, they drained it? Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so construction sites, off-highway, oil field roads, logging roads. This is kind of what it's set up for. You can drive it on the highway, you can drive it, you know, through the city, but like say going stoplight to stoplight or something, you would want more skip shifting, more acceleration. You might not like what it does on like an on-ramp or something for an interstate, but you can't use it everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's like bring the RPMs a little higher before shifting.
It's keeping you higher, just in general, in case you're more prepared to run into, you know, a mud hole or a steep grade. It keeps RPMs higher as you're driving.
There's a big rock we just drove over.
Yeah. We can go up this way, go straight between those cones.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll leave the pushers down. For this.
In this next clip, guys, I am getting ready to go up a 25% grade, and if you look, you can see on the hillside, there's some marks from where I went up before, and I tried to treat it like a manual, and rather than keeping my foot to the floor, I let off when it started to slow down. And Ken had to give me a big pep talk on how, like, that I needed to just keep my foot in it to see what would happen. And it took everything I had not to let off. Because you know, it's deeply ingrained in me. You don't want to break loose. You don't want to break loose. If you're getting stuck, just let off and try a lower gear. You know, too many years driving a manual. So it's funny because the way that I think about it, going up this hill, I'm like, well, you gotta be cautious and you gotta be careful. You don't want to break it. And then you're like, no, just floor it. It'll be fine.
I mean, you have the risk of spinning out. And there is a thing as such a too big of hill. But I mean, I've been up this a lot. So I was speaking with a little bit of experience on this particular hill. I mean, a lot of drivers use manual mode. They put it in first or second and crawl up it.
Oh. We made it! Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I can't believe it does it like that. Can't see anything.
Yep, you're good. So you can just drive back around and we're going to go up this like fence line road.
Okay.
Runs the perimeter.
Let's do it.
And we'll go back through the wooded area.
Okay.
Because there isn't taking such a too big a hill, right? That's a 25% grade. You can easily take a run at a 30% grade or something, you know, you shouldn't be on. And
Yeah,
you're gonna
for
spin,
sure.
You're going to spin out, break traction.
Yeah.
You know, gear lower than 1. So you're at the threshold right now for doing that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, the biggest fear that any truck driver has in being loaded on a hill like that is for what happened to happen. So like when it was in 8th gear, you know, and then it just falls on its face. Like that's your biggest fear. And in that situation, you have to try to decide in a split second which gear you actually need to keep momentum going. And a lot of times you inevitably choose wrong.
We're coming up to the woods route, we'll hang it right. And it's kind of like winding between the trees.
Okay.
Like a little bit more like technical driving. It'll keep you in low gears as you go through.
Okay.
It'll look tight, but
It'll fit?
It'll fit, yeah.
You guarantee it? Okay. This is like driving in a dump site. Pretty much every single one of them trying to get where you gotta dump the dirt, you gotta drive in something like this.
Yeah.
It is a little narrow.
We're going to stay to the left and kind of loop back through and we'll come out. This is the exit here on the right.
Okay. This is more like a logging road.
Yeah, that's like 2-track.
This is so cool.
This is my favorite course.
Yeah.
There we go. So we'll stay a little to the right where it's been getting soft on the edges. fancy brake.
Somebody went off the road there.
A couple people, yeah. If your engine brakes are on, the engine brakes will hold you going down this hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can do that.
So we'll go out to the left to exit.
Okay, I'm not gonna put my foot on the brake.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. It's so scary not to put your foot on the brake. Oh, but it just drove right down it.
Yep.
Oh. I get to the bottom, it's like, okay, then I can go. That's funny. That's crazy.
Fourth row.
In this next clip, guys, we switched over to the W990, which was loaded to 140,000 pounds. I really wanted to try out manual mode a little bit more on road and see what that was all about. So that's what's up next. The style of truck that they use to do, do they have two trailers or like, is it like a dump truck with one
it'll
trailer?
pull these kind of
like...
trailers, but it'll pull like the double gravel trailers
Okay.
as well. So this one's set up with like a wet kit and everything, so it can pull a dump trailer.
Okay.
So this is what would run 164,000 pounds with like the Michigan trains.
Very cool.
What's it loaded to today, Ken? You know?
Or 140,000 pounds.
Okay.
With this.
140,000.
Yeah. But in Michigan, this would be legal for like 154,000 pounds with this trailer, and they do that with like a free axle tractor.
Alright, Ken, I'm gonna go ahead and close it all down, and then it'll be all yours. So, all drivers, all doors closed until further notice.
Three people here.
Okay, so this one is 140,000 pounds.
Pull up, Bobby, so I'm out of the way.
I haven't driven anything with a hood this long in a long time. It's been like 5 years or more, probably 6 years. Do you have a friend in here?
We're just going to go wide here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little tight with the construction here. Yeah, I mean, we can come to a stop and you can start in manual and
Okay.
you will accelerate the whole thing on your shift decisions.
Okay, let's do that. See what that's like.
You can even go to first if you want. Push it down to first. Up, down. Yeah. Hit the button. So now drive, and it'll just drive. It'll redline in first. You're fine. It won't hurt anything. So yeah, that's first. Up. Yep.
I'm so used to controlling the throttle that I'm like, I want to let off for it to shift. That's my instinct is to, I'm like, okay, it's going to shift, so I better let off. But it does it on its own.
You can kind of, if you do it twice really quick, it'll skip.
Oh, I went through 3.
stay on the inside if you want.
Yeah, I was going to.
It'll feel different.
Yeah. Oh, the foot. Every time I go to get it to change gears, I go to let off so that it can change because I'm so used to. That's what I do when I shift. I mean, it's kind of to be expected with a new truck. You can't really tell the difference between 112 and 140,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But it's insane how well it handles that kind of weight.
And part of it's the truck spec. So this is a 565. 1850 foot-pound, which is pretty healthy.
Oh, okay.
So it's a pretty healthy engine.
Yeah.
And this truck's really set up to do it would run like 164,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Michigan.
Yeah.
That would be its normal. So it's kind of perfectly spec'd.
Trying to get to downshift faster, and it's like, no, we're not downshifting that fast. Yeah, so this truck is more for what you guys would use here for pulling out like a couple end ups.
Yeah.
This would probably be a perfect low boy truck because we have, obviously, at times we have equipment being hauled that's that heavy with a special permit.
Yeah, so it all like an equipment haul,
Yeah. I get why this could be a game changer for any trucking company that's looking to put people in a truck that either can't drive a manual or, are just not that skilled at it. And then you can work more trucks, and the senior drivers, the veteran drivers, they can select their gears and make sure that they feel more comfortable. But then you can put anybody in it, not just the senior drivers in the manual trucks or the people with the auto restrictions. That's a huge problem in dump trucking. These people apply to work for you, and you don't have any autos, and they can't work for you.
Yeah. And a lot of those people, we see that like in the heavy haul, the segments. There's actually it's been around long enough, the auto restrictions, that you can find experienced drivers that want to move over to like flatbed or something else like that, and they have 5 years or 10 years experience, and the only thing they've ever driven is an automatic or an automated.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's called an automatic restriction, or
you can't drive manuals.
Yeah.
You tested an automatic.
All right, dump truckers. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wanted to send out a really big thank you to Eaton Cummins for inviting Bobby and I out to Michigan to try out the new Endurant XD transmission. And also, you guys, if you have not yet, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.